Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kyle Record back at you with another video, and this time we take a look at the WWE Ultimate Edition Series 11, The Undertaker. Yes, pretty excited for this one. This was actually a little bit of a controversial figure when it's first revealed, but it looks much better in person than it does in the pictures. And this is one of my favorite eras of Undertaker, late 90s. So I cannot wait to crack this baby open. But before we begin, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and ring the bells so you don't miss weekly videos. So make sure you do that. And anyways, and before we take a look at the figure, take a look at the packaging first. Now, it would have been cool if they did this like in the black and silver scheme to go along with the Undertaker. That actually would have been cool. Anyways, at the top says Undertaker, Ultimate Edition. Picture of Undertaker there from the era. And the back, awesome pose there with the flames in the background. And the picture of Undertaker from when he fought Kane at WrestleMania 14. His stats. And his bio, you can pause right there when you read, which I love this bio. This might be my favorite bio for any Ultimate Edition. Perfectly captures the Undertaker's character. Awesome. So without further ado, that's about it for the packaging. So without further ado, let's open up the Dead Man and see what we got. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we have the Undertaker out of this packaging, and this figure is freaking awesome. Like, this figure definitely impressed me. This is definitely proof that much better in person than it is in the pictures. Anyways, let's take a look. Alright, first up is accessories. He comes with 3 pairs of interchangeable hands. He has these standard gripping hands here. He has the more wide open hands for choke slamming. Then he has the more open palm and the thumb for the throat slash when he signals for the tombstone. Then he has 3 heads. He has this more standard head, which this was actually the one that was kind of controversial. But like I said, much better in person. The pictures made it look really weird. But in person, it looks like Undertaker from 98, 99, WrestleMania 14. Pretty good head scan. Then he comes with an alternate head where the hair is behind his ears instead of in front of his face. Which, I like this one. This looks more like a 2000s era Taker to me. And then my favorite head sculpt, this one right here with the eyes in the back of his head with his tongue sticking out. I mean, this is Undertaker. When I look at this head sculpt, this is Undertaker. When I think of Taker, this is how I think of him, with his eyes in the back of his head, with his tongue sticking out. Like, what a great head scan. Great to see this head scan after a while. We saw it on Basic Series 100 and I think a couple other basics, but it's good to see it here with an Ultimate Edition. That definitely make great poses. And also something, I don't know if you noticed it, but I don't know, does he have it? No, oh, my bad. I thought he had it, but he didn't. Now, from the picture here on the package, you can tell this is from WrestleMania 14 when he faced Kane. Now, there's one key detail missing, and that is right below his eye, he had a black teardrop. So it's a shame they missed that. But that's fine. But aside from that, they're fine head sculpts. I could just paint that on if I really wanted to. And plus the hair kind of covers it up, so I can kind of understand why they didn't do it. And then finally he comes with this beautiful jacket and like this robe. This is freaking awesome. I mean, the detail on this thing is sick. I mean, everything's molded and painted very nicely. I mean, look at that detail. And then the cape here, we have a soft goods cape, which is actually a very heavy cape. Like, it's not like that really thin cloth that you get for like t-shirts with your figures. This is actually a heavier cloth. Like, it has some weight to it. So that's actually very interesting. And take it off, it's pretty simple. It has 3 little buckles, it has 1 around his neck, and then the 2 here on the chest. The 1 around his neck is actually a little pain in the butt to actually clip in place when you put it on. So I'd recommend popping the head off though when you put this on, so that the hair doesn't get in the way of the little clip around his neck. And the shoulder pads are made of a harder rubber, so it may get a little stuck and a little tricky to flex it over his arms. There we go. And thanks to the butterfly joint, it actually helps you, maneuver his arms out of the way. So cool, great robe. Great to see it. Now into Undertaker himself. And this figure is really great. Like, I already mentioned the head sculpt. And I do agree, it sits a little bit too high on his neck, but that's obviously for the jacket, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, not a big deal to me. But if it really bothers you that much, I would say you can swap this head out with this one where the hair is down in the back, so it kind of covers this gap. Or even this one where it covers the gap up here and it also covers it back here with the hair down and in the front. And the tire is pretty nice. Now this is actually rubber. This is like, it's like a flexible rubber kind of. It's not plastic, but it still has great detail on it. Now moving down to his stomach. Some detail in the back there, and of course moving down by the X's here. Once again, these are molded. Very nice. Excellent. Oops. Elbow pad slid down. Now, I do agree that the torso looks a little awkward compared to the chest, but it's not really that noticeable, unlike Bret Hart or Edge, to where their skin tones are revealed, whereas this one, he's mainly black, so I don't really notice it that much. And plus, the jacket covers it up, and that's pretty much how I'm gonna, display this guy on the shelf, because that's how I think of Attitude Era Taker with the jacket. Definitely has some weight to him, so I'm glad he's actually much heavier than some of the other Ultimate Editions, so you definitely get your money's worth with this one. I think his arms are a little bit too big. I don't know, these arms are huge. I don't know, I think they're a little too big in my opinion. I don't know, they should have been a little bit smaller. I say he poses very well, like everything is nice and smooth, except for the ankle joints are really tight. As always, the butterfly joint's a little loose. And speaking of which, articulation, it's pretty much what you expect for an Ultimate Edition. Head rotates 360, you can go up and down. Would have been cool if they had the little hinge joint there at the neck like the AEW figures have for certain poses. Arms 360, but the shoulder pad gets in the way a little bit. Goes in, out, has the butterfly joint there. Rotate the bicep. Double jointed in the elbow, but the elbow pad actually gets in the way, so be worried about that. Swivel with the wrist and hinge at the wrist. Of course, there's the upper torso joint, which can move forward about that far and back about that far. Swivel waist. Oh, you can tilt it side to side if you want to. I forgot to mention that anyways. Swivel waist, legs forward that far, which is a little disappointing. They should be up a little higher for some of his big boots that he does. And back to the original position, in and out, thigh, double jointed knee, swivel the boot, hinge of the ankle, but it's very tight. Ankle pivot, and then the toe articulation, which I love the toe articulation, like for certain Undertaker poses. Awesome. So, pretty impressive figure. I think this is definitely a must-have for your Undertaker collection. Like I said, looks in the pictures can be deceiving, so definitely wait until you see this figure in person before you judge it. Yeah, this is definitely proof that the pictures can be deceiving. Looks better in person. Final thoughts? Overall, I am in love with this Undertaker figure. I mean, this is a fantastic figure. Still has problems. A couple of loose joints. The torso looks a little weird compared to the stomach, but that's fine. I always love the articulation on it. Love the accessories. Like I said, just be worried. If you need to use the double jointed elbows, I'd recommend taking the elbow pad off, because the elbow pad definitely does get in the way of the double jointed elbows. So definitely a little worried about that. But aside from that, really great figure. I mean, this figure definitely impressed me. Like, it looked like total crap in the pictures, but it looks much, much better in person. So I'd say if you're an Undertaker fan and collector, and if you have a lot of memories of this version of Undertaker, this is a must-have for your Undertaker collection. So I'd say get your butts down to the stores or on Ringside Collectibles and pick this figure up. Because if you're familiar with Ultimate Edition figures, once they're gone, the price skyrockets. And a legend like Undertaker going in the Hall of Fame this year, I can guarantee their prices on this figure is going to skyrocket. So say if you see it in the store, or if you can get it online for a good price or something like that, pick him up. You will not regret it. Anyways, that pretty much does it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. But be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so you don't miss a single upload. I upload new reviews pretty much every Saturday right here. And also, check out my previous Ultimate Edition review, which was the Amazon exclusive Jeff Hardy. And also stay tuned for more reviews of WWE action figures, AEW action figures, store hunts, stop motions, and more. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And that's what it is. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. And until next time, remember, you can't touch my dream and you can't touch my soul. I'm out. Take care.